school, other than maybe assault rifles. Yeah, we're the ones who should be careful what we read on the internet. Sure. Mario's lesser known cuz Spacio. It's a me, Spacio. Let's go to space. Let's go. I could do that better. Hang on. Let's go. It's a me, Mario. Let's go to space. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday thing. My name's Nutter. You know who I am. Hi. How's it going? First off, congratulations to Red. You got the Phantom Menace. I'm so proud of you. I did not intentionally go live later than normal. I had everything set up and ready to go, so I pulled out my phone, started doing a little scrolling. What was I scrolling? I was watching a TikTok. Looked up and was like, oh, shoot, it's 2 minutes over. I don't have time for my starting screen. So I still think you might have gotten it either way. But I'm so glad that you got it. Bow to your Phantom Menace King for the duration of the stream. Yours is an evil laugh. Okay, I'm just making sure I got everything because now I'm like way off my game. I felt like I had so much time and then all of a sudden, isn't that just that's a big problem for me with social media in generally, but specifically TikTok. It takes up just so much time. It doesn't seem like it would, right? But it ends up taking up so much time in my day that I think maybe I should cut back on it. Maybe I should put that on my list here. Let's put it on the list. We're going to talk about this list in a minute, but okay, there we go. Anyway, let's review the rankings for the Phantom Menace for the week. Let's get our update. Technically, it's for all time, but Phantom rank, right? Phantom rank. One. No. Sorry. Is it just rank? There we go. It's just rank. Let's see where we're at. So Clumsy is still dominating at 38. You all have a lot of ways to go to catch up to Clumsy. Larzapan is at 33. Dutch Daddy Gamer at 25. Pirate Eggs at 19. Lutz McGoots at 13. Charles Cheeserton also at 13. Lutz McGoots is about to dominate Charles Cheeserton. Elf is at 10. Woodsy's at 5. Ursa's at 4. And there he is. The Red Man at 3. That is perfect. And that is your third as of this morning. So you were on the leaderboard now, Red. How's that feel? 38. Nice. Yeah. Still got 38. Good morning, Ams. So good morning to Red. Good morning to Blue Seals. I didn't say good morning to you. Hi. Blue Seals 420. What? Good morning to Ams. And there's Clumsy. And a watch streak from Red. 450 points for being on a 5-stream streak. That's pretty cool. How many points do you get for like a... Do the points continue to increase? Or do you like... I guess I don't know how that works. Surely they cap at a certain point, right? And obviously we'll start over if you miss one, so don't miss one. It feels nice. I know that I'll get number one because reaction times aren't good enough for that. You never know. This morning I was really off my game, so that's where people can come in and grab it. I'm still thinking a little bit about doing something maybe a little bit fun with the Phantom Menace. We talked about it a little bit in the prior weeks, but doing something that's a little more like when you hit the top, maybe your score can reset so that it gives other people a chance. I don't know yet. Or we clear all the VIPs. Whoever's top gets VIP. But the moment you hit 50, right? You get VIP, but then you get reset back down to 0. And then the next person, you get to keep VIP until the next person hits 50, and then they take VIP. Something like that. We're talking about the Phantom Menace leaderboard. This right here. So for those of you who don't know, maybe you're not here at the beginning of the stream. Whenever you come into the stream, there is a one-time redemption that is called the Phantom Menace. It's basically our, hey, I was here first kind of check-in. And then we have a tracker for that to see how many times people get that channel point redeem. And then we're thinking about turning it into a little fun game, you know? I forget sometimes that I haven't explained that to everybody. So it sounds like we're just talking nonsense here. Hey, nonsense. Hey. It should be rank, not rink. Rink. All right. Well, again, welcome to the Friday show. I hope you have your coffee. We're just going to talk this morning. Fridays are for talking. I try to put together a couple of topics that we can talk about, and I do have a few this morning. But also, this is about interaction. So if chat has anything they would like to add during the show, I'm more than happy to talk about it. You want ice? Dang it. Okay, you meant to do rank. I always have to get my kids ready at this time, so I won't be getting that. I never can get Lutz's. Even back when I was there at the beginning of the stream. I think I got it one time, his first thing. Like one time. But it's just too much. It's too much to try. As far as I can remember, the only thing I've ever been the top 10 of anything is Xbox achievements, which I've gotten number 1 in a few times. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm going to move OBS up here. Sorry. There we go. There we go. You think you got the Lutz's one time? Yeah, I think I remember like one time, but that's about it. That's about it. How do I bet on the leaderboard? That's a great question. There needs to be a way for like upsets, right? For like, oh shoot, if you break someone's streak, then they get reset. Ooh, if you break a streak, they get reset. That would probably make people mad though, wouldn't it? Could you imagine? So if Clumsy didn't come in this morning to grab it, which she didn't, that all 38 of those get reset back down to 1. Oof. I don't know. There might be riots. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of surprised actually that 38 is all Clumsy has though. We've been tracking since March, right? Hang on, what does Phantom say? Yeah, we've been tracking since May 19th. So not quite a year, but like half of the year, and it's only been 38. It's kind of surprising. I guess if you add up everybody's, then that makes sense. So you add up Clumsy's 38 with Lars's 33. I guess that kind of makes sense, you know? Kinda. All right. So good morning, Pirate Eggs, to you as well. Did I see a Lutz McGoots? There you are. I meant to add a ranking forever ago. Let me know if you want help setting it up. It took me a while to figure it out. But if you use Mix It Up, I can help you. It wasn't that hard once I actually sat down to do it. Once I pushed through the ADHD and actually did something, it wasn't that hard. Relatable, huh? Shame you didn't start tracking 15 days earlier. Would it be your birthday or something? All right, everybody. So yeah, we'll think about it. Let's continue to think about it. If you have any ideas about how we could make that game a little more fun, I'm thinking something along the lines of if someone else breaks your streak, you get reset, or the idea that I believe Lars had where you get a VIP if you hit like maybe not 50. Let's say 20 is pretty good. Like if you hit 20, you get VIP, but when I award you the VIP, your Phantom Menace gets reset back down to 0. And you get to keep the VIP until someone else hits 20, and then they get reset to 0, and then we keep going like that. That feels pretty good to me. But we'll see. That way it gives someone else who's like at 18 an opportunity to try to get 2 more, you know, and get up there. But I'm just very surprised still. I got to be honest. I'm very surprised that I'm at a point in streaming where people actually want to be here at the beginning. I spent a very long time and a very big portion of my streaming career going live to 0 people, and then people would kind of like trickle in, or sometimes it would stay at 0. And that's when you hide the viewer count and just continue pretending like there's people there. It feels sad, but it does work. It does work. So the fact that people are here, I remember feeling that way watching somebody like Lutz and being like, wow, I wonder what it would feel like to have people like waiting on you to start the stream. And that has been, I'm actually experiencing that now. And I think that's pretty cool. It also keeps me motivated to continue to go as well. On the laptop, the notifications make no noise. If I'm not directly looking at it, I completely miss it. Yeah, it's more like you got to kind of get to know my timing. That the fact that I try to go live at 6:25, 6:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm usually eyeballing that clock. I'm usually looking right at it because then I have to click a button to start that timer that starts the countdown from 5 minutes. So pretty much like if you can also be there, I'm gonna right at 6:25. I'm gonna click start on the timer. Then I'm gonna move my mouse up to start streaming. Then I'm gonna hit. Are you sure you want to start streaming? Yes, and that's the moment that Yeah, you rely on the times. Yeah. 7 streams in a row. Good job. It's still 450, huh? I was wondering if that streak like increased the points the more they go. I'd like to thank my parents and God. Just like the game of the stream, which by the way, I'm putting the trophy up in the corner here for game of the stream, along with some of my merch mugs that I've got. Figured that would be a cool little place for it. Have it in the background all the time. It's really dark in here today. But it's really dark. Okay. What do we talk about this morning? What do you all want to talk about? I have a few things. But I'm also trying not to rush through them, After 5, it hits 450 per stream. Okay. Oh, wow. So every time you get a streak, you still get 450. That's pretty good. But 450 per stream is like the cap, right? I wonder how long somebody can keep a streak going. As long as I don't like stream at a weird time for people and they miss it. Oh, thank you, Ams. Yeah, I mean, it's just a TV. But yeah, it's still cold out. It's still fireplace season. We have a couple of things on rotation that we're going to use when it's not fireplace season, including the pipe screensaver from Windows. Maybe the little DVD logo. That could be kind of fun as well. Different things to put on the back screen would be fun. Okay. Okay, let's get going with some of the topics. I want to talk first about this will be kind of fun though, the 30 days of yoga check-in. So who here in chat, are you doing the 30 days yoga with me? Are you doing it at all? Is it just me? Don't get me wrong, it's fine. It's fine if it's just me. We are 12 days into the year and I have yet to miss a day. Okay? I'm very proud of that, but also I don't judge anybody who 1 isn't doing it with me, or 2 just hasn't been able to have the energy levels necessary to actually do it, or the flexibility, because woof, is it killing me. Good morning, Ursa. No, I'm not a yoga girl personally. That's fine. I do say that if you haven't tried it, I did it back in the day quite a bit. I've gone on and off with it, but one of the things I really like about it is just the way that I feel after, like, when we're getting about there, after like 15-ish days, I start to just feel so like loose, just everything's just kind of like, if I'm not doing it, I feel tight all over. And you don't really notice it until you don't feel that way. It's a workout though. Some of these days have like really kicked my butt. Trying to remember which one it was. One of them was like just a lot of stretching and like literally laying down, which I'm obsessed with, which was really great. But there was one that was abs. I think it was the one on the 7th. That one killed me. I was sore for like a day after that. And And then the other day, yeah, the one on the 10th, so 2 days ago I was sweating. It's pretty bad. Hey, is that Ghost? There's Ursa. There's Ghost. Hey, Ghost. Got to get the goblins going for school. I've changed my challenge goal for bedtime stuff, and that's worked for me now. Hoping that I can start doing yoga as well soon. That's awesome. Yeah, Lars has been putting together a little bedtime routine, and I think that's great too. That is sort of the spirit of doing this, is like just to get us into the habit of doing something. You know, I am very susceptible to just not doing anything, just not taking care of myself, not working out, not showering as much as I should, you know, as quote, as much as I should. It's just, yeah. So it's putting yourself in a mindset where it's like, no, I'm actually going to do this thing. So whatever that thing is for you, if you want to keep doing yoga with me, great. If you want to shift it to something else that makes more sense for you, I think that works too. I miss yoga. I no longer have the floor space. Not at all. I have the little mat down here. I don't know if you can see it. We are doing yoga with Adrian. Yep. So here's a funny story. Okay, I started out, let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me pull this up so I can show you. So I started out with one. I didn't want to do, they're doing currently doing a 30-day yoga challenge right now, right? Oh, hello there, sweet friend. They're currently doing one. I didn't want to do that one simply because I didn't know at what time they released the videos. So I didn't want anybody to feel like, well, I need to do it in the morning. They don't release it until, later on. Turns out, as we go, they release it at like midnight the night before. So that's really not a problem. But I also thought, well, let me look for a beginner's one. And that's when I found this one right here. Okay. This says, oh no, this isn't even what I found. This is yoga for beginners. That's not what I found. Let me find the exact one I'm talking about. Here, I'll go to Discord. Bum, bum, bum. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so I found this one. Come back. Here. Okay. I searched for a 30-day yoga challenge for beginners, right? Because one, it's been a long time since I've done it myself, and I wanted to remove any hesitation from people, So I found this one. This is the thumbnail right here, right? Beginners. I thought, perfect. 30 days of yoga, beginners, perfect. Let's just go. A couple days into it, I realized it was just this first one. Just this first one was for beginners. The rest of them, not really so much. I don't think any of them were super hard. I mean, I only did a few. But look, some of them are 45 minutes, like 46 minutes. I didn't really have the time for that. So thankfully, a lot of you mentioned that there was a current one going on and it was a lot better. So I did switch over. I switched over to this one too, the Flow 30-day. So today's, the one I'll do shortly after stream this morning, is not day 10, right? There should be day 11 should be out. Is it not out here? There it is, day 11, right here, 6 hours ago. So yeah, day 11 Soul. We'll be doing that later today. It's only 17 minutes long. Let's go. The 20-minute ones are like the perfect length for me. It's about all I have the attention span for. So these have been perfect just to kind of get me back into it. Let's see. Senpai, notice my 15 stream streak. 15. Lars, that is pretty impressive. I'm so sorry I missed that. 15 AO. Thank you for reminding me. I did miss that. Your kids have a snow day. How many got snow? I heard I know Spooky was supposed to get some snow and have a snow day today as well. It's about 33 degrees here. And we're supposed to get down to 12 over the weekend, but I don't think there's any snow in the forecast. Pilates. I've never tried Pilates, Ams. The youngest was already awake way before he would if he went to school. Hopefully he's not crabby when they wake up early. Gosh. Hey, and speaking of, there's Spooky Deer. Good morning, gamers. What's up, gamers? Spooky was gaming last night. Oh, man. Red. Countless past ex cheated on you? That's horrible. By countless, I mean 99% of them. I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying that, like, by countless, you mean 99%. That means there's 1% out there that's the right one for you, right? Yeah, Yoga with Adrian. What camera or program do you use for background removal? So within OBS, I think actually it's a plugin. It is called, let me get back to it real quick. It is called, it's a filter. Oh, actually, let me go to the green screen itself. I just want to quote it for you exactly. Sources. Oh, it should be a filter. So I go to filters in OBS. It's the NVIDIA background removal tool. It's not perfect. It's definitely not. But there are times where it also uses a lot of GPU, by the way. So you'll notice when I'm playing an actual game, I don't use it because it's not reliable. But when I'm doing these just chatting and doing like desktop and stuff like that, it's perfect. Although I am over chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. No, get over. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Everything's breaking. There. Go up a little bit more. Now you're too far. There. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, so NVIDIA background removal tool, you can install it and then you add it as a filter to your source. Would recommend adding it as a filter, add a new scene, and then add it as a filter on top of that scene so that you're not adding it to your actual camera and then you're green screened everywhere. But it does use quite a bit of GPU, so playing a game with it is a little harder. But it works great for streams like this. It's what I used for Santanon. It's what I used for Game of the Stream. It lets me set up like green screen scenes without having to actually put a green screen behind me. It's pretty great. I loved her videos. I faithfully did her stuff for months and I walked and sat taller. Less lower back pain when I walked. It was also wonderful on Frozen Shoulder. Shoulder. I've always had a problem with that word. I got 95% of my flexibility back. That's great. Lars said even the first one kicked my butt. Yep. Yeah. BUTT. Her channel does have some lovely beginner stuff. She got me through the early COVID days. Yep. Yeah, I was doing the 30-day yoga thing. I haven't done every single one of them, obviously, but even pre-COVID. I'm very excited though. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I like the schedule I have right now, which is where I come on here, I do the pre-work coffee hour. I switch everything off. I switch over to my work computer and I check emails for like 10, 15 minutes just to see what's going on. As long as the world isn't on fire, I just walk over here, put on the video, do it, and then I'm back to my desk like way before my morning team meeting. So it's really great to just get it out of the way and not have to worry about it. The one thing I learned is that doing it in the evening, like if I put it off all day and it's like 8 o'clock at night, makes me so mad. I don't know why, but I get so aggravated and it's not a good session when that happens. I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Just hurry up. Come on. And I'm trying to rush through it because I pushed it off all day. That's just me. Maybe it works best for you at night. I could see doing it at night and being very relaxed for bedtime, but that has yet to happen to me, unfortunately. Pilates is really challenging. I feel like I tried a Pilates video one time and didn't really like it, but Pilates is gross. Pirates is better. Sure. NVIDIA Broadcast is probably what it's using on the back end. Yep. Sorry, am I that far behind on chat? Hang on, let me scroll down. Okay, there we go. Not to sound like I'm trying to rush you, but are we going to play more Figment today? No, we're not playing Figment today. Today is just a chatting stream. An ad is on its way. Thank you, Bebo. Thank you so much, Bebo. Your coffee is almost ready. Excellent. Mine's almost gone. In my beautiful spooky deer mug that says, "Be kind, do good, and expect better." It's beautiful. And the coffee's okay. Pilates is meant to be really good for your back. Okay. You know what I love doing? There's two things in yoga that feel really good, especially for my back. And I don't really have back pain. I'm very fortunate, very blessed for that. But doing cat-cow feels so good. If those of you who've done it before, you just basically like arch your back pushing up from like tabletop and then arch back this way. And it feels so good. And the other thing I really like is pretty much any kind of hip opener. I can't do Happy Baby, where you like grab your feet, because my arms are very short, in case there's short arm discrimination going on the Yoga with Adriene series. But I can grab my legs. But anything where I get to like open my hips up, it feels so good. It does actually feel legitimately good. Yeah. You love chatting streams. That's awesome. We're trying to do this every Friday. Every Friday, we're doing a just chatting stream. I'm calling it right now the Friday thing. I have a tendency to want to name everything and want everything to be a thing, like the pre-work coffee hour, the Friday thing. I haven't really named the Lego streams, but I could. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I haven't decided if that's a great characteristic or if this is a character flaw. But everything I do has to be a thing. It has to have a title and a purpose. And I don't know. But for right now, I'm calling it the Friday thing. So that's it. I got 25 minutes until my bus home. Awesome. Do you do Unhappy Baby? Yes. Spooky loves that I name my stuff. So that's enough for me. So in going on with this whole 30-day yoga check-in thing, if you all want to jump in, feel free to. The link is in the Discord to the actual playlist we're doing. The one thing that I complain a little bit about, OMG, coffee's ready. Go get it. The only thing I complain a little bit about is that they started on day 0. On Monday the 1st was day 0. So then day 1 was on the 2nd. And that is really, really throwing me off. Because today, on the 12th, I will be doing the 11th. And it's really throwing me off, and I don't like it. Day 0 should have been on Sunday, and then day 1 should have been Monday. But anyway, I mean, I guess it takes her a day to actually record it and get it put up. So maybe that's why it's like a day behind. But yeah, that's my only complaint about it. Otherwise, so far, there are some that have been kind of hard. Some that I'm like, I can't do that. And some that I say I won't do that. And I'll take a modification on the move. But so far, I'm on an 11-day streak. So I hope you'll join us. The link is in the Discord if you need that. It offers a tad more structure than Here We Are Now What daily plan. Yeah. Here we are. Now what? Now yours have seemed to be some thought and planning been put into it. So that's pretty cool. You don't think she pre-records? I would have assumed she did, but I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt that maybe that's why they release it a day delayed, because it takes up. But yeah, I would have assumed that she like records a couple per day, but you never know. No work today. I can actually watch a Nonder stream. Rebecca, so glad to see you here. Now you can also sit down. You've been getting too many steps too. So to go along with the 30-day yoga thing, the kind of topic of the day here, and this is where I want you all to jump in. Oh no, I have to hit another topic first. I'm so sorry. I have another topic first before we go into that, okay? It'll be a quick one. I want to talk just a little bit about Game of the Stream, because that was last week. That was last Friday. It feels like that was a long time ago, but that was just last Friday. And first off, I want to say thank you, like, for everybody who showed up to that. That was so much fun. It turned out better than I even expected it to be. There's still some work that I personally need to do on like the way I present myself. And that's something I'm going to kind of work on this year as well, which gets into our last topic. But for Game of the Stream, I want to talk a little bit about what I have plans for next year, and I want to talk about it now because one, it's fresh on our minds, and two, I need help. I need help with something. It was really fun. I love the suit. One of these years, I will actually wear like a full. I'll do like the Santanon thing, right? Where one year I wore just a tuxedo T-shirt, and then each year I step it up from there. Sorry, there's something in my throat. Much better. So yeah, each year I'll step it up and I'll get like maybe I'll rent a tux one year.
It's a roundhouse kick
of
hydration.
Oh, so I feel like I got to do another one. So ads have started. Thank you, Bebo. Seems to be works for me. My old improv skills working out. Improv is fine too. Can they please make an alarm, maybe recorded in my voice, that screams flush the toilet and wash your hands to the kids? That'd be pretty nice. I bet you could. And then you could just like push a button every time they go in. We all could need that. Okay, so what I need your help with is I think this year we played less games this past year, 2023. This year I bet we'll probably end up playing more. Because there's no Breath of the Wild to let me sink like 6 months of my life into. What I need help with is I'd like to do more, basically. I would like to have not just the game of the stream category, but I'd also like to have different categories for like the funniest clip, the best gameplay moment, if that ever happens. We could even turn that into a joke if there are no good gameplay moments. Maybe a deepest moment. So we talked about like a really deep subject that affected everybody, and everybody was engaged with, something like that. The thing is, I'm going to personally commit to making more clips. I'm going to try to, as I'm streaming, one, think about, hey, that was kind of a funny moment, and add a stream marker to it so that after stream I can go on and make clips. So I'm going to commit to, like, if I stream, I need to get like at least one clip out of it. I don't want to force anything, but like I need to at least attempt to get a clip out of a stream. Surely something in those categories has happened at one point during an hour-long stream or longer for the Lego streams. So that's where I'm kind of asking for your help. I would love more clips, and I don't just want you guys to make the content for me. So I know a lot of people have like little games. So Lutz does this thing. I'm not sure if he does it now, so don't quote me on it, but I used to, where he would pick clips, and the person who clipped it would get some kind of like, Steam gift card or something else, when he did like his monthly recap. So I'm thinking about doing something different, something similar to that, but on Game of the Stream. So if we do pick the funniest clip, right? Well, who clipped it? And whoever clipped that then would be put into the running for a certain prize. If multiple people picked it, we would have to probably put it in a randomizer and pick a random person out of that. It's the only fair way to do it. But if you're the only one who clipped it, then we're good. So I'm not going to do that like every week or every year or anything like that, or every month. But I think for the end of the year, I want to do that. So I guess what I'm asking is, if we can just as a community, if we can put more emphasis on clips, I think that would be really helpful. There were a lot of really good clips this last year, but there were a few games that I feel didn't get to shine as much because there just wasn't really anything clipped too much. And that, again, I'm putting a lot of that on me. I am also personally going to be going through and making clips. If I put a stream marker on something and I see that you also then clip that, of course I'll leave it alone. But if by the end of the stream nobody's clipped that moment, I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna take all the credit. So yeah, clips really, they made it on the games where I had a bunch of clips like Starfield and The Legend of Zelda. When I had a lot of clips to go through, it made the best recap videos. And I really thought the more clips I have, the more categories I can make too. So we can make Game of the Stream a real award show and not just about the one game. So that is what I'm asking, just if you keep it in mind. Obviously, if nothing happened that you feel is clip worthy, that's fine. That's fine. That's probably more on me than anything else. But I am also going to put an emphasis on doing that too. Put a Ring doorbell with a motion sensor on the outside of your bathroom door. That's a great idea. Do you watch Doug Doug? He has an award show video that you could pull some inspo from. I'm not sure who that is. Link me up. Yeah, you can be careful with those camera positioning. Okay, so that's it. That is what I wanted to talk to you about Game of the Stream. Now, for the last half of the show, I want to talk a little bit about 2024 and what I'm planning to do, not just stream-wise, but like self-improvement-wise. I'm calling 2024 the year of self-improvement. I've seen a lot of other people kind of taking the same inspiration and moving into 2024 doing things. I know that like New Year's resolutions are kind of cringe. I don't think it should be that way though. I'm fighting for the return of New Year's resolutions because New Year's resolutions are only cringe when you don't do them. When you make them and you drop them in February, right? So I'm not going to call it New Year's resolutions, but there are some things that I want to work on personally this year. And I'd love to hear if you all have anything that you want to work on personally as well, or if they align. Maybe they're aligned with it. New Year's resolutions are cringe? I think so, right? Maybe we should bring them back. I just think we should bring them back. That's it. I don't think there's anything wrong with like wanting to improve yourself and using the natural, but using a time of the year where we all agree it's like a start over moment. There's no reason for you not to use that momentum and try to make a change in your life. I'm not sure why you would be like, ew, yeah, just because it's the first, all these people are doing, or it's January, so everybody's all motivated now. It's like, that's true. That is what happens. But why would you poo-poo it? Why? Done. Okay. A New Year's revolution, comrade. Yes. Get a smart lock on the bathroom door that only unlocks when you press the toilet flush button. This is getting so complicated now. I think she might just yell. And say, wash your hands at that point. It's like a whole Rube Goldberg machine that sets off this chain of events that ends with a little ball dropping on a tape recorder that hits play and says, wash your hands. Flush the toilet. There you go. Do you have loud dad sneezes? Not really. No, most of the time if I'm muting and doing that, I'm clearing my throat because I have a paranoia about my words getting caught in my throat. And so if I even feel like a little bit of a tickle, I got to stop and clear my throat, even if I don't need it. And it's gotten to the point where my kid has noticed it. And sometimes if I'm about to start to say something important, I'll do a little so, and I'll say what I need to say. And he's picked up on that, and I'll be like, so what are you doing? And he'll go, so I'm playing Goat Simulator, and this is and it's just like, oh no, where did he pick that up? And then I realized he picked that up from me. It's weird. I have this really weird, like, an honest fear about my voice catching in my throat. Does anybody else have that? Is it just me? I'm thinking about it right now, and I feel like I need to clear my throat. Yeah, it's paranoia. I don't know. I'm doing it again. All right, let's see. I'm behind. So ones who always set the same resolutions and then don't bother to put in the work. Yeah, so I want to also be sure we're putting in the work, So I don't have loud dad sneezes, yeah. Then in December they go, oops, don't know what happened. There's always next year. Yeah. Flush your hands. So anyway, yeah, like I want to use the momentum. There's my voice catching. You hear that? maybe I should just try to like embrace it, you know? I also feel like coughing into the mic and clearing your throat into the mic is like everybody's going to leave when I do it. I don't know where that came from. That goes into one of my things that I want to do this year, which is, I know I've talked about it before, but I have to put this out. I have to put this out into the universe. I have to set the intention to do it. I need to go to therapy. I talk about it a lot. I tell people a lot that they should go to therapy, and I feel like it's only fair that I also do it myself. I think it's mostly general. There's my voice again, because I'm about to talk about trauma. Yeah, even moving away from the mic, I feel like it's still gonna sound weird. Anyway, so it's mostly general anxiety. I don't have a ton of them, but I did a couple of days ago have basically, or at least I felt myself starting to have a little panic attack or an anxiety. It was an anxiety attack. I'm not sure what the real difference is, but for me, it was that. It was some anxiety attacks. I have general anxiety most of the time, but this was a pretty bad one. But luckily, I knew it was coming. I felt it. I was like, uh-oh, I'm about to, I'm about to panic here. And so I let my wife know, and I was able to like pull away and do some exercise, do some breathing exercises, do stuff like that. Octia also talked me through it a little bit, because I know that she had panic attacks. So her and DJ kind of helped talk me through it a little bit too. So it doesn't happen to me often, but it's all just, you get the thoughts in your head and they just keep rolling. And like a snowball, they just kind of increase. So it's like I know those will probably never go away, but those are something that I need to probably deal with. There's some childhood trauma underneath that too that I definitely won't talk about with you all, but I need to talk about with a therapist. So yeah, that needs to be on the top of my list. If I had to put things at an importance, it would be I'm going to put it right at the top of the list. The thing that keeps me from doing it is one, just fear, right? Like fear of it. Two, the cost. I live in the US and like I have insurance, but I know it's going to cost more money than I would like to pay. And I think that's a shame. But I think if I make some changes in my own spending and save a little wiser, I could probably invest in that still. It's a little sad that, it's probably going to end up costing me, but yeah. Somebody said something about breathing. I think you could benefit from breathing exercises and learning breath control. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I've been breathing on and off for 30 years. I think I got this under control, Lars. Octi is a gift. Well, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Octi's personal stuff, but I knew that she'd be able to help me, just be able to get through it, You have no idea how bad people are at breathing on average. Yeah. I had 3 panic attacks and no tools for how to reground myself. I got into therapy very quickly. 3. Oof. I can probably count on one hand how many I've identified as like a, panic attack, but they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. And I think a lot of that for me personally comes from just letting things build up, An anxiety attack tends to occur in response to certain stressors and may build gradually, while panic attacks can occur unexpectedly. Both may indicate an underlying health condition. Then it definitely built, because I was anxious about something, and then I sat down and started thinking about something, and then there was a lot going on like around the house, and I just felt myself like sinking. And then you want to know what the funniest thing? Okay, not funny, but you want to know the thing that really like set me off and made me be like, okay, this is happening. I was sitting down and we were getting gusts of wind that night. They set up to 60 miles per hour gusts, but I think they ended up capping around 40 or 45, but still pretty loud. And our house is old. It's got a lot of like creaks, and when the wind flows through it, whistles, things like that. And I get pretty bad storm anxiety where I don't know why. I don't know why. It started happening back in like 2018. Never had it before, but about 2018, I started getting really bad storm anxiety. So I was already kind of like thinking about this stuff, and I was already kind of like falling down this rabbit hole, and I heard the noise of the wind. And that was the moment I knew, oof, something's happening. This is an anxiety attack. And that's when I told Mrs. Nonder, like, hey, I need a minute. I need a minute. I gotta pull away. And gracefully, she was there for me. So it was so good. For me, as reference, after hitting my thankfully low deductible, I'm only $29 out of pocket for each session. Really? Wait, we need to talk. It will be more than free. What? Kentai, what are you talking about? Sorry, it was a auto mod thing. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, somebody's self-promoing or something? I don't know. I don't get it. Actually do think I'm not good at breathing. Yeah, I always feel like when I go to sleep, which is a sign of apnea. Yeah. Did I miss something here? Oh, Mena, hey, I did miss you. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah. I've used several different tools to track my sleep, and none have recorded me stopping breathing, so I don't know. It could be that you're not stopping, you're just not getting like a good flow of oxygen. I don't know. I recognized that I was having panic attacks back in 2014. Since then, those have gotten worse, but nowadays I have 2 meds to help get rid of physical symptoms, and I can look at the reason with a clear head. Thinking about what I was anxious about right now, today, in the moment, on the 12th, about 2 days afterwards, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that I had a panic attack about it, or an anxiety attack about it. You know what I mean? Not that those things have to make sense, but what I mean is, I know it was just anxiety, because it was just me thinking about what if, and this and this and that, and how come this, and, you know, stuff like that. Do you know that cold can actually make buildings pop and crackle? That happened to us when it got really cold here back in 2021. So can heat. Yeah, cool times. I think they're talking about boots with the double D. What was that? Not B boots. My O2 doesn't drop below 96, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Too shallow. Part of mine, Lars, I know you're asking eggs, but part of mine I thought was going to be related to stress. The stress of that job I left was insane. And don't get me wrong, I am in a much better headspace now. But what I quickly realized is after I got out of that stressful situation, now I'm thinking about things. Now I don't have the job to distract me from what was really going on. And I've realized, like, oh, it wasn't just the stress of the job. That was a big part of it, but it wasn't just that stress. There's other things going on. So, yeah, so that's one thing that's top of my list, something I really need to do. The second thing that's kind of at the top of my list that I really need to do, and something I'd love to get your insight on this and see if there's something that if it's something that anybody else struggles with, but I have a lot of anxiety around the dentist. Like, a lot. And kind of the same reasons for therapy, that it's like, well, it'll be really expensive. It'll be really expensive. It'll hurt a lot. It's going to take multiple sessions to take care of what I need to take care of. And it'll cost me so much money, but it's something I really need to do. It's one of my biggest insecurities. I have many, but it's one of my biggest, and it's my bottom teeth. And I don't talk about them too much. They're not like gone or anything. They're just really plaqued up. And, I know that all I need to do is go to the dentist. Do I have ADHD? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't know if you're asking Pirate Eggs, but 100% I do. So yeah, the dentist is a big one. I really want to get them taken care of. I don't think most people probably notice. But I notice, and I feel like people notice, and I get very self-conscious about it. So that's one thing I'd like to take care of before. Just get back get back to a dentist, get on some kind of cleaning schedule, and just deal with it, But I'm always worried about like what it's gonna cost, but I gotta do it. Dentist, my friend gets really bad anxiety, and she has permission to take calming down med. Dentist takes breaks and takes tools out of her mouth, let her breathe, and they're continuing. The funny thing is, when I'm there, I'm sure it's gonna be no big deal. It's been a long time since I've gone to one, but when I have gone to one, not a big deal. Not a huge deal, Like when I'm in it, in the moment, I'm able to relax and be calm. It's just the planning and the going, I think it's real. I don't know what it's related to. I don't really know. There's some kind of, somebody talked about if you dream about your teeth falling out, that you have like a general health anxiety. I don't really dream about that, but maybe there's something about your teeth being tied to your mortality, right? That especially as you get older, they feel like they're like, I don't know. It feels like it's so tied to like, hey, you're aging. Hey, you're getting older, And that has always been, I'm getting self-conscious just even talking about it. So I need to take care of it, because I'll feel so much better about myself if I do that. I really will. Who loves heavy blankets? Mrs. Nonder loves a heavy weighted blanket. Yeah. I need to get, she has one. She can only really use it in the winter though, because it gets so hot, especially here in Texas. So, we need to pull that out, because it is definitely cold enough now to use that. She sleeps really well when she has one. The dentist I go to has an emotional support doggo. That's so cute. I love that. Yeah, I think the first thing, the first hurdle I'd have to get over is just talking to another human being and being like, look, you're about to go into my mouth, and I'm not proud of it, and I'm sorry. And just know, like, I want to set the expectation, and I'm definitely making it a bigger thing in my mind than it really truly is. I really think I'll go in there, they'll be like, I've seen worse, and they'll be able to help me, and I know this, so why don't I do it? I know all these things, but I still don't do it. So I'm trying this year to put these things out into the ethernet, and I hope that by putting it out there, even talking about it right now, I can be like, well, that's kind of silly. Stupid lizard brain. Yeah. Dentists are there to help you, not judge. Exactly. See, like, I know all this stuff, but I still don't go. It's the same way with therapy. Like, I know it'll be good for me, and I still don't go. So those are honestly the two big things. There's other stuff I want to talk about too in the last few minutes that we got here. But those are the two that I actually had at the bottom of my list, but I realized it's the two things I'm scared the most of, and the two things that I need the most in my life, I feel. If I had to pick a third, it would be, of course, my weight. I've got to get my weight under control. I'm bigger than I ever have been. Ironically, I feel pretty good, at least now, because I'm 12 days into taking care of that. But, I was tired, always had heartburn, like doing a lot of stuff like that. So I am getting my diet and stuff under control. I'm not worrying so much about the exercise right now. I'm doing the yoga thing, but I'm really trying to dial in my diet. And I know there's a lot of people who are trying to do the same thing, and a lot of people using different tactics and counting calories and cutting out sugars and, fasting, whatever it is you need to do. I'm not even really going to sit here and preach to you about what's the best way to do it. But what I will say is, for me personally, there's been a way that has worked for me in the past extremely well. And the fact that I let myself fall back off of that is, I'm not proud of myself for that, And that is mainly in a healthy way, cutting out a lot of the sugar in my life. And I've done that in the past and have been at like increasingly healthy weights with really good blood work. I used to take my blood every year, and I've stopped doing that too. I need to do that. But yeah, have my blood analyzed each year, and just every year was just stacking good upon good upon good. Everything was getting better. Prior to that, I was pre-diabetic, and I think I saved myself from becoming actually diabetic by taking control of that. So I know there's a lot of people who have different ways to lose weight. I do truly believe at the end of the day, it is, a calorie in, a calorie out. You can burn calories. I'm not here to like preach about any particular diet. The best one is the one that works for you and that you can stick with. And there's a way that has worked for me in the past, and I'm getting dangerously big, and I want to be around. I want to be around for a long time. So it's like I need to do something. So I've already been on that train. I'll give you updates as we go, but I'm probably going to try to just settle into that. The best thing about doing the whole like no sugar thing is I know what I can and can't eat, and I'm able to just like I'm able to fall into the pattern and I kind of forget about it. I forget about it a lot. And I think that's the best thing for me, is to make it such a part of my life and a part of my routine that I don't really have to think about it that much. That's what happened last time. Back in like 2017, 2018, 2019, you would be shocked to see a picture of me. Should I show you a picture of me? Can I find it really quick? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on my wife's Instagram, maybe. That might be the best place to go. In the meantime, I can search here. There we go. Oh gosh, it would have been a long time ago. We don't post as much on Instagram as we used to, so let me scroll back a little bit. It's like cleaning before the cleaner gets there. You want to get mentally stable before seeing a therapist. Exactly. Yeah. Every trick in the book I know. Like everything to tell people, like to go to therapy, to go, I don't know, to go to the dent. Like I know it all. There's still some kind of mental block in me, and I don't know what it is. And I like to say that it's like, oh, it's so expensive. It'll be money. It'll be so expensive. I like to say that, but I'm not sure if that's really what it is. My ex made me feel bad when I had to go to the dentist so often, and all he got was bills. So I didn't go for years. Oof. In the end, after taking cortisone, for my 3-year, my teeth just got so bad. All the upper teeth had to be taken off. So please brush your teeth, people. Yes, please. But also no shame in dentures, because the denture technology has gotten just so great. Let's see. I'm looking for one picture in particular of myself that I don't know. Sorry, I know this is riveting content, right? Let me keep reading chat. The easiest way to lose weight is just eat less, lower your portions little by little. Absolutely. So many people try going all out and burn out. I also believe in that. Slow and steady wins the race. I have 2 type 1 diabetics in my house, not weight or diet related, but you don't want to deal with that if you can help it. That's one of my bigger fears. Oh, here it is. Oh, geez. Hang on. Let me take a screenshot of this so I can enlarge it without doxing. Ah, shoot. What happened? Okay. There. This is probably, I know this might not look that wild to you, but because I don't really show my body too much on stream. But I think you'll be able to tell. I mean, I don't know. Can you? There's no belly going on there. Oh, geez, it's getting all washed out. There's no belly going on there. I don't know. Maybe you can't tell, but I can so tell. There's no gut there at all. It's just straight down. And that was probably the best I had looked and felt in a very long time. It's not all about looks, don't get me wrong. I felt amazing back then. That was, when was that? That was 2018, April, 2 days before my birthday, 2018. I felt really good. Usually type 1 is diagnosed in childhood. Type 2 is eating and habits related. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Pink duct tape. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Yeah, we're just talking general health and therapy fear, you know. I was meaning that the pokes and insulin would be the same as type 1 and type 2. I just want to get to the point. I definitely want to keep myself from ever having to take insulin. Again, there is no shame if that's what you need to do to survive, but I would like myself to just be, that part kind of freaks me out a little bit. My biggest issue is when I don't see any progress at the 2 to 3 week mark, my brain immediately goes to self-sabotage. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I had pregnancy diabetes. One of my sisters had that too. Good thing I got blood sugar. I got blood sugar stable with diet, and I didn't need tablets or insulin. Daughter was born healthy. That's beautiful. I love that. Nothing's improving. What's the point? I feel that way. Yeah. You tend to feel better when your body's in good health. Absolutely. I should get back on that diet, but I also have almost any appetite nowadays, which is a totally different thing. Please don't confuse him. It hurts me when people tell my son not to eat sugar and he'll be fine. Yeah, it isn't that easy, right?
Guys, I was supposed to go to work today. I gotta go.
You're right. That marks the end of the show today. We'll finish up the topic here and then we'll get going. But yeah, I'm not saying that cutting back on sugar is a miracle for everybody, but for me personally, and the way it has worked for me, gosh, I can't believe if I would have just stuck with it. I don't know. However, some major things happened from 2019 to 2024 that you might have all been aware of. COVID, obviously, and the stress of all that. A lot of that came with a lot of family stress that I didn't really anticipate, and just generalized anxiety about the entire world being on fire. And we also had a kid in 2019. So, you know, I'm also trying to give myself a little bit of grace that, like, I just came out of a very tough period, a very adjusting period, and things are starting to kind of feel stable and good, you know? So, it's also, you know, it's good. Depends on the sugar. High fructose corn syrup is the worst. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I am not going to sit here and preach any particular diet to anybody. I just hope you take care of yourself and you're kind. You're kind to yourself. You take your time, you settle in, you do the work. And that's what this year is all about. There's a couple other smaller things I wanted to talk about too, but maybe as we go into the year, we can tackle some of these. I also want to get into a better, like, skincare routine. As a man, I feel like that has never really been taught to me, is like how to take care of my skin, and especially my face. I mean, this is the moneymaker, right? So I got to take care of that. Yeah, so that's kind of lower on my priority list, but definitely up there. I also need to read more. There's a book here. There's a book here that I'm trying to get into. I just need to find the time to do. And then also those Star Wars books, clumsy. So yeah, I need to read more. I'm trying to decide do I set aside like one day a week where, like, okay, on Wednesday nights I'm going to read, or do I try to do like read a page a day? Like, what do I do? You know, you have skincare tips, please post them in Discord. We could also talk about them next week if you want. I think that could be fun. But yeah, post them in Discord. The missus can help with facial masks. She does have some of those. Yep. Where I struggle a little bit, and where I've never been able to find anyone who can like answer this for me, is like, I know how to take care of a beard. I've done like all the beard oils and, like, you know, exfoliating and stuff. But then like washing your face with the beard, like, I haven't seen a lot of like men's skincare routines for your face that include that too. Most of them are just like shave it all off. And I was like, I'm not doing that. At least not right now. That's not happening. But yeah, so there's a couple other things I want to work on how I'm presenting myself on stream, but those are kind of more stream related things, you know. I want to make this Friday show like really engaging and fun, and hopefully you're able to watch it on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, thank you. I appreciate you. Come on by Twitch. We're here just about every morning except Sunday mornings. But come by. Yeah, and in doing reading, I want to cut back a little bit on like my social media intake, and I think every time I like want to pick up my phone, I think I should pick up a book instead. Something that can help me. New date night routine. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a good idea. That's not a bad idea. Definitely read before going to bed. So good for calming down your brain. That's one of my biggest issues with reading. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of reading, and I will, if I'm reading in bed or in a comfy chair, I'll just pass out. I'll just be so tired immediately. And that's why I can never get through a stinking book. Because every time I try, I just get my mind just turns off. Just goes, oh, you're reading? Okay, that must mean that it's bedtime now. So I need to figure out something, because I really do want to read more. I think it'd be good for me. Pretty sure you don't wash your beard. You wash skin with product, wash beard with other product. Right, exactly. But how do you wash this face without getting some of that in this beard? Right? I mean, my face is like 70% beard. Okay, 60% beard, 40% forehead, 39% forehead, and then the other 1% is right here. Wash the face first. Bed is for sleeping. You shouldn't do things that aren't sleeping there. True. Well, hang on. Hold on, because never mind. Yeah, what pirates? No, even if I come and sit in this chair behind me here and it's quiet and I pop open a book, my brain just goes, okay, this is shutdown time. There's nothing else giving us endorphins, so it must be time to shut down. Face product will trickle down into the beard. Yeah. I don't know. I really haven't found like, I've been searching for like men's skincare routines, and I just haven't really found like a one that's like, okay, this is how you do it along with the beard. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. Could be. The trickle down effect in action. Yeah. Try a pink noise machine. You think that would help? Yeah, I really think it's my brain is thinking that, okay, you're not doing anything stimulating right now. You must be trying to go to sleep, so let me help you with that. And just, it's like, I swear, I can fall asleep so fast. I'm sorry to anybody who has, like, sleep issues, but, like, I sleep too much, probably. Not really. I get up pretty early. But, okay, anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go to work, unfortunately. I hate that, but this has been a fun time. I hope you all have gotten something out of it. If not, I hope you have enjoyed listening to me just vent about my issues and what I need to work on. But I hope there's some part of you that doesn't feel so alone in it and feels like we're all on this journey together, trying to improve ourselves. There's always something we can work on. One of my goals, okay, is by summer, I want to have those big things, at least steps taken towards it. Definitely would like to have had the dentist behind me by summer. And then at least started the whole therapy thing. Those two things for sure, because I want to be in a good spot for LutzCon. I really do. I want my friends to be impressed by me, But no, for myself too. But that's a good like midpoint. As long as by that point, I don't want to give myself all year, right? Dentist is more effective when they're in front of you. True. All right, but yeah, that's kind of my goal is by LutzCon, so like August sometime, I really want to have steps towards a lot of these things. I'm typing in the raid right now. The raid has been created. Tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow there is a Lego stream where we will finish. Pretty sure we'll finish the Ghost. I don't think there's actually that much left to do on it. I think we'll finish the Ghost tomorrow. So same time, 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow for a Lego stream where we can talk more about this if you'd like. Marissa will be sad to miss it. Aw, I'll miss Marissa too. Anything we talked here, we can talk about tomorrow as well. So if you want to bring up anything that you feel like we didn't touch on, feel free to. And yeah, that's it for me. Okay. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place, building a Lego set. Okay. Is that a Stanley? It is not a Stanley. It's a Linus Tech Tips bottle. But yeah. Thank you, Ursa, for watching the VOD. I appreciate that too. The word Stanley gives you PTSD. Why? I bought one for Mrs. Nonder for Christmas. Oh no. Okay. Let me know your Stanley PTSD. We can talk about it tomorrow if you want. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.